What would you do if you were a content creator with zero moral compass and your goal was to generate as much money as possible? Would you steal someone else's video word for word, lie and spread false allegations about another creator, or even steal $3,000 from a charity? Well, in Brazzo's case, it was all of the above. However, one of the final blows to Brazzo's reputation was when he was called out by Charlie, aka Penguinz0, to an audience of 14 million different people, who all ended up seeing his true colors and scummy behavior. In today's video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the career of Brazzo, and how he started out posting fairly innocent commentary videos to being considered one of the worst commentary channels of all time, and how despite being called out, exposed and deplatformed, he's now returned on a brand new channel. However, before you can understand just how far Brazzo fell from grace, I first need to take you back to where it all started. This is the story of Brazzo, Minecraft's scummiest YouTuber.
All of them are using this as a way of milking a very great YouTuber's unfortunate passing.
It's the 26th of February 2020, and a young Brazzo would register his channel to the YouTube platform. The channel started on posting pretty generic videos, where he'd showcase different gaming mice and how effective they were in-game. However, after a long grind of consistently posting videos, Brazzo would start seeing success on the YouTube platform, and he managed to amass 10,000 subscribers on the 1st of January 2021. However, despite the small amounts of success, it was clear that Brazzo wanted more notoriety within the Minecraft community, and he didn't care how he got there. After searching for ways to blow up his channel, he found an untapped niche, where he started posting videos covering Dream SMP drama. This type of content was very simple and extremely lucrative in its prime. You'd find some drama relating to the server, you'd then do some basic recording and find some talking points, record it, edit it, then upload it. However, in the case of Brazzo, despite the content being super easy to produce, he was too lazy to even do that. It was clear to everyone at the time that Brazzo was only making this type of content due to the amount of money it can make, which inherently isn't a bad thing. However, Brazzo was willing to do whatever it took to make money, regardless of how ethical it was. He had a series on his channel where he would constantly clickbait the sexuality of other Minecraft creators, and his most popular video at the time was a re-upload of Bad Boy Halo's stream, where he reportedly made $10,000 from the video. However, Brazzo's first real controversy began on the 1st of July 2022, when the YouTuber Six Striker would upload a video titled "The Most Pathetic YouTuber of All Time, Brazzo." In the video, Six Striker would document his interactions with Brazzo after he had found his video had almost been ripped off word for word, and that the thumbnail had been ripped off as well. Whilst you could argue that Brazzo's thumbnail was transformative from Six Striker's, one point Six Striker made was that Brazzo had been directly stealing comments from his video, and was trying to pass it off as his own work.
And literally, if you watch my video and his video side by side, you'll see he literally used almost every screenshot that I provided in my own video. Especially if you look at the one showing the comments, those literally had the same amount of likes that they did when I posted the screenshot, which is literally almost impossible, unless he copied them or took them from my video.
After Six Striker posted his video, Brazzo would also make his own video, taking zero accountability for his actions and dodging the points Six Striker brought up, whilst trying to make himself look like the good guy.
Then he says that I used the same talking points, which I did, because those are the most common talking points. Like, what else can I use? I don't know how, but I found the same comments on Phoenix SC video, because those both comments are one of the top comments and they make the most sense to talk about.
In fact, someone in Six Striker's Discord would directly confront Brazzo, but he claims Six Striker actually stole his videos. However, if you think this is bad, it only ends up getting so much worse. On the 28th of August 2021, Minecraft creator Technoblade would upload a video titled "Where I've Been," where he announced to the world that he was fighting cancer. Whilst the online community was devastated about the news, other scummy vultures saw this as an opportunity to make money. They essentially took any news they could find on the situation, make a 1-minute video commentating over it, then put a clickbait title and thumbnail over the video to try and gain as much as they can off the news. However, it was made even worse after his passing. The grief was felt ubiquitously in the community, subsequent to the news. But for the clickbaity Dream SMP channels, this was a goldmine. Channels like Dream SMP Official, It's Owen, and Brazo would spam videos over the course of a week to try and capitalize off the death of a beloved creator. The trend began to get so bad that it started gaining attention in the wider YouTube community. Creators like Ludwig, some ordinary gamers, and even Charlie began to talk about the disgusting trend and called out these creators for milking and profiting off the situation. On the 6th of July 2022, Charlie would upload a video titled Most Disgusting Trend on YouTube, where he called out channels for making a plethora of videos, with one of the channels being Brazo.
Right now, there are tons of degenerate loser scumbags that are trying to use the passing of Technoblade as a way of gaining subscribers and making lots of money, either by clickbaiting videos with Technoblade in the title, or by making 10 or 20 plus videos all about the passing of Technoblade in order to get the maximum juice for the squeeze from the AdSense.
Subsequent to Technoblade's passing, Brazo and other scummy channels made the claims that all the money generated from their videos made on the topic would be donated to charity.
I figured that I've made enough videos to make a good amount of money to donate to charity, and it will be that way. I will no longer keep making videos specifically about Technoblade's death. And over the last couple of days, there's been so many just hate comments, and a lot of people are actually doubting that I will donate all the money to charity, because I see hundreds of comments on the hourly basis saying that, oh, you'll just probably keep it to yourself, oh, you're not gonna donate the specific amount, oh, you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that.
And to everyone's surprise, initially they thought he did. Brazo would upload a video titled I donated $3,000 to Technoblade, and creators thought the whole drama was over.
As this was rendering, I think it's only fair that I mention that the YouTuber I'm referencing posted a video showing that they donated $3K to the charity in the Technoblade tribute. The videos actually earned about 2.7K, which he showed, and then he put in an extra 300 of his own money to get to 3K. And that's cool, that's good, money going to charity. But it doesn't at all change my opinion of him or what he was doing.
But in case you don't remember what happened, I want you to pay very close attention to this video.
Yeah, we're gonna donate $3,000. Let's click I'm not a robot. Yeah, let's just get it over with. Let's see this. Processing. Your transaction is being processed. Oh, thank you. Okay, so it went through.
You see how Brazo said he was going to donate $3,000? Well, he did initially type that in. However, after cutting the video, he then changed the donation amount, then used Inspect Element to cover up what he was actually donating.
This commentary channel posted 9 or 10 videos on Technoblade's passing. When he was called out for it, he then made a big hoopla about how all of it's actually going to charity and this was actually a noble thing he was doing. And then last night, he posted a video titled, I donated $3,000 to charity, the Technoblade tribute, and I even mentioned it in last night's video, but it turns out that was entirely fake. They faked the donation.
This small mistake ended up ruining Brazo's career and legacy as a content creator. Now, in case you're unaware, if you're making money from YouTube, you don't actually see that money until the end of the month, and Brazo knew this. However, despite this, Brazo wanted to get the flack off his back, and claimed he was donating $3,000 out of pocket due to the amount of pressure he was getting. He even insinuated that he only made $2,700 from the videos, but added an extra $300 to make the donation sound cooler, and show that he was all about his morals.
Adding all of this up, it's $2,689. And I just thought that I feel like I have to make this number a bit cooler, so I will go with all 3,000, basically adding my own $311 to the charity. So yeah, let's just go and donate it all.
But obviously, he lied, and when he actually received the money, he decided to spend it all on a brand new computer.
Said I don't have all my files saved, nothing is saved, so I have to find the music that I was using for my videos again. I have to find everything that I was using again, and that is because, because I have a new PC. I am on a new PC right now, and I bought it. I was planning to buy this I think more than a year ago.
Subsequent to Charlie calling him out to a massive audience, Brazo's reputation had pretty much been ruined. His channel was dying, and he had no trends or content to farm anymore. Following this, on the 7th of July 2022, Cheeto would upload a video titled Confronting the Most Disgusting YouTuber, where he would actually contact Brazzo about the situation. Firstly, Cheeto found that Brazzo had actually underreported how much money he initially made from the Technoblade videos.
You see that
Yeah.
spike on the graph where it's flat and then it randomly jumps up? That's when Technoblade died, so you definitely profited off his death there. So we're gonna count that. Now you're at like 3,400.
34. Interesting. I can update it to 34. It's no problem.
Well,
I can donate 34.
People do think that you've completely lied about how much you've made and you've underreported it so that you could donate less.
He'd also be directly confronted in regards to why he faked the donation in the first place.
You're not really any better because you're only making that exposed video in order to make it seem like you're the good guy, which you're not. You've made 10 videos on this man's death and you faked the charity donation. Like, I don't understand, like, what the point of that is.
I don't know.
Well, you do know because you made it, so what was the point?
I just didn't think it was bad. I was just making videos. I don't know.
Normally, people that would stoop this low would leave the internet and find something else to do. However, for Brazzo, this wasn't the case. Eventually, the heat from the situation died down, and Brazzo would find a new niche that would define his content: Andrew Tate clips. Brazzo would sometimes upload 10 videos a day related to Andrew Tate. Anytime the Tates moved, Brazzo was probably making a video on it. However, he also wasn't really either. Essentially, Brazzo would do the most basic commentary of all time for a minute, then just re-upload the rest of the clip in its entirety, failing to make it transformative in any way. However, karma does have a funny way of coming back to you. After re-uploading a video of Piers Morgan and Andrew Tate playing chess, Brazzo's channel would be hit with a community guideline strike, and subsequently have his channel terminated. However, that wouldn't stop him from just rebranding his second channel to an Andrew Tate news channel, which would also later get banned too, and for a while it seemed as though Brazzo had finally left the internet. However, if the story just ended there, I wouldn't be making this video, because I recently came across a channel that is very similar to Brazzo's when he was still on the platform. As I was working on my Dream and Quavers video, a YouTube channel that was relatively small came into my recommended called Chronix, and the voice of the channel sounded awfully familiar.
I might have just solved the puzzle to who will be Dream's 6 Hunter in his new upcoming 6 Hunter Manhunt series that he's going to do very soon.
Okay guys, I think the time has come. A lot of you are just basically begging me to donate all the revenue made from all the Technoblade videos to charity, and
However, whilst the voice is compelling evidence, to further confirm it was Brazzo, I sent the channel to Blissolic, who also found proof that it was his channel. In one of the videos on the Chronix channel, you can actually see that the in-game name of the account's gameplay is Brazzo's.
Because now Brazzo is back under a completely new channel, Chronix, and he's doing exactly what he did on his previous channel. And if you're wondering how I know it's him, well, for starters, it's literally Brazzo's voice. But if that alone isn't enough proof, if you go to Chronix's latest video, in the Bed Wars background footage, you can see in the chat that his in-game name is still Brazzo.
However, whilst Blissolic did make a video covering his return, he left out a few key details I found whilst researching this video. 1. Despite being deplatformed for this, Brazzo is still using Technoblade in the title and thumbnail of his videos to try and grow his channel. 2. He's still actively allegedly stealing content from other creators. On the 19th of May 2025, Chronix would upload a video titled Dream 6 Hunter Just Got Leaked. Proof. Which is obviously clickbait. However, if you scroll down into the comments, another creator named Penguinz0 would comment, "Bro, why do you keep taking credit for something that I discovered? You literally use the exact same subtitles and clips as me with the Skeppy drinking water." And Brazzo would actually end up responding to the comments, taking no accountability at all and trying to justify his actions. It's important to mention that most of this video is filibuster, with him using other people's shorts to stretch the watch time, hence why the like to dislike ratio isn't great, with one user commenting 5% information, 95% yapping. In conclusion, Brazzo's story is about not letting greed and ego get to your head. Despite getting deplatformed twice over 3 years ago, it's clear that he doesn't have any plans to change his ways anytime soon. As a community, we need to be aware of these scummy vultures and make sure we spread awareness to any unexpected viewers that may cross these new channels. Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and thank you all for 4,000 subscribers. I recommend you watch my last video on creators promoting gambling to children next. Click on screen now.